but we always find those little adventures a blessing because it's an example of us tuning in. It's an example of us creating that expansion, the adventures that we have, the contrast that we have, are bids for clarity, are bids for expansion. I'm just going to put that on the recording, that right there. So everything. I wanted to start off this session and a Happy New Year, sweetheart, and Merry
Happy New
Christmas.
Year to you. Yes, it's just wonderful. Okay, and when we arranged this session, I couldn't have, I know you're absolutely on target. I need to reset the vibrational field
Yes.
because I didn't
Yes.
sleep well last night because of, you know, the word that came up, what's trying to come out was refighting, but, redoing with people, and so on and so forth. So this is,
Oh,
yeah.
that's perfect. Why is it perfect? Because of a dream I had last night. So I just want to start to tell you the story. And if you didn't sleep well, it ties right into my story.
See?
So I know. So I didn't fall asleep right away. And then when I did fall asleep and I was waking up, I had somewhere before I woke up, I had this dream. And this dream, as I had said, is going to tie into your renters, your boundaries, letting go of outcomes, because we're going to learn we need to enhance our vibrational currency and spend it in the right way. So in the dream that I had, where I wasn't sleeping very well last night, because it doesn't matter what happened in the dream. It was something, I was attending something, and I needed to show something with three other women, and they didn't like what I was proposing. And I don't really, yeah, it doesn't matter. But what I was doing in the dream is what we're not supposed to be doing. And that's a good, so I was trying to be heard. I was trying to get them to like my idea. I was trying to show them a very normal thing and make them love it. And they couldn't love it. They didn't like it, no matter who I talked to. So what I was doing in the dream is what we do in life. So this is how I figured it out. Our dreams are reflecting our inward alignment. And so when we struggle with others in our daily life, it means we didn't set a vibrational tone or tune our energy, as spending our vibrational currency toward milking that outcome and then capturing a feeling within that outcome of success. We'll just say that. So let me give you an example. What I needed to do, if I did it in the dream correctly, was to, instead of going to talk to all of those people, was to sit back and envision the success of my project. I had a project. I needed to go, oh, everybody's going to love it, or I'm going to love it. I needed to fall in love with my project. And then I needed to fall in love with general people that love my project before I talk to anybody. Oh, pausing, trying to take action like I was doing in the dream, trying to get people to hear my ideas, trying to get people to like what I had to offer. I remembered what the law of attraction was really about when I woke up. And I, when I have a dream or you have a dream and it's flowing, it means we've spent enough vibrational currency that the outcomes are inevitably going to be smooth. When they're tense, it means we're spending more of our energy our vibrational currency, as they're calling it. I just use those words as fun. I can change the words. To take action. We're spending it on action rather than inward alignment or inward success. So I want you to feel that. So the tenants that need to hear you, the Quakers that need to hear you, the women that are strong and aligned, the all those outcomes or the things you need to let go of. We create with our emotion. So if we're in a place and it's not an intellectual thing, every single time you feel good, every single time you feel good, it means you're completely on the right track. The outcome is inevitably going to be blissful. So our work is feeling good first. And that is the most productive thing we can do. And I mean completely productive, where you feel confident and sure. And it didn't matter if they hear you, you feel that good outcome first. Does that make sense? So when you feel the good outcome first, and we're creating at least 2, 3, 4, or 5 minutes, even just 5 minutes on that good outcome, feeling it first authentically, it's going to create a ripple. So this law of attraction, I'm going to just say this as I press this little heater button because it's a little hot in here. When you understand, and we all understand, this is all of our work, that we're not fixing, we're not trying to get people to do things, we're tuning in to how amazing it feels when they do. And we're being sure and confident and easy because you know source, spirit, your inner light, all your inner being, which is your inner light, is on your side and is standing in that solution space. But when we go into fix it mode or trying to make it happen or trying to make it them hear us, I show people this. It's like if source and spirit, this is just a little thing with all the little glitter and stars on one side and empty on the other. So when we go into fix it mode, we're off on the empty side. We're without spirit. We're without source. When we go into tuning into a vibrational frequency of the beautiful outcome, and we're sure and confident, and we don't really care, hear this, if they hear us or not, if they like it or not, but we're so sure that the outcome's going to be wonderful. Now we're trusting source. Now we're going, I stopped doing the action first. Now I'm doing the inner work first, which is only about 2 to maybe up to 10 minutes of pure alignment space. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 minutes of pure alignment space. Pure meaning I'm not going to keep bouncing back going, well, what if they hate it? What if they something? I'm going to stay in. So I love that I have women. I'm going to just do a little rampage here with you, and I'm pausing. Any form of action, you have to say, if I go into action too soon, I'm here without source. I'm in the old way, the old story. I'm in fixing, doing, trying to control a condition rather than walking with source, being basking in. This is a vibrational energy world. The beauty and the knowing of that perfect outcome, the ease of that outcome. Now, I might have talked a little more advanced than I've talked before, but if you're following me, you let me know and I'll explain deeper.
No, I'm following.
Okay, good.
Could I just ask, okay,
I want to use a concrete example in your life of what this means.
okay. So,
Okay.
so the, okay, so these actions have occurred and I'm stuck in going over uh,
Yes.
these unpleasantnesses.
Okay.
I feel myself stuck.
Yes. So that's us going back into, I'm trying to control it. I'm trying to figure it out in my mind. I'm trying to do it. Now, here, give me an example without telling me any of the whole story. Just give me a 10-second example and let me just flow for a little bit because I want to show you how this works. Trust me on 10 seconds.
No,
Like,
you always,
yes,
mercifully, you
yes.
know how to do this. Okay.
I love you too.
Okay. So
Yes.
here we are.
Hmm.
And a reviewer has um, clearly not understood my role in the African work.
Hmm.
And clearly, former colleagues have gossiped and said things that just aren't true.
Okay.
This happens in life.
Okay. 10
And
seconds or less. Okay. So this reviewer is important. You feel is important, but they're not. I want you to hear this first because what's important is it getting the reviewer to love you by taking action and trying to explain it or aligning with, ah, I love the fact that those that need to find my idea, there's so many brilliant people that are going to honor this idea and they're going to step forward. And I don't even need to know who they are. I love the fact that there are people that validate my work. I love strong people that are willing to implement all of the action for me. And I just get to sit back and appreciate them for their part. I'm doing my part, they're doing their part. And wouldn't it be nice if I'm this wonderful idea person, I'm helping fund this, but everybody else, I know that source, my inner being, God source energy, God knows how all the solutions will unfold with perfect ease. That's not my job. My job is when I'm on track, the reviewers are going to be stellar. When I'm on track inwardly and I'm holding this vision and leaving them out of the equation, just like I said, the beginning story in my dream, I was trying to get people to understand, get them to hear me, get them to believe in what I was doing in my dream. And I was just sewing something, and I don't even sew. So it was a weird, but that's what you're doing here. You have a mission for this school in Africa, and it's underway to improve this school exponentially with new books, new programs, new all of it. And it's a fantastic idea. Now, we need to lead, if we're trying to get everybody to hear us, or are we trying to, what if the answer is going to come, source is going to bring it in the most delightful way? I'm feeling it and leaving them out of the equation. My job is just to feel the ease behind it, the ease behind it. So, oh, that reviewer's one of millions. I want you to state three statements making that reviewer irrelevant right now.
Well, you're absolutely right on, because I I have a lot of support and respect, really important love and respect, and being valued. And I
Yes.
shouldn't be being dragged down,
Yes.
but I'm finding
Yes.
myself being dragged down. And
Yes.
in the middle of the night, I said to myself, well, at least I will be speaking to Kira, because
Yes.
I've got to stop this. Okay.
Yes.
So what I think I hear you saying is,
Yes.
okay, focus on the God source. And I really love that you
Yes.
use that word.
Yes. Yes.
I can focus, and that's what I should have been doing in the middle of the night, is focus on the God source. Is
Yes.
the light of what I'm doing will be is appreciated. The light of what I'm doing, the purpose of what I'm doing is appreciated.
Yes.
Um, I I find myself I have to get over
Yes. Keep
fighting
going.
battles that have already
Right.
are over.
So
Okay.
make that commitment that feeling good matters more than being understood. You sit in understanding and you attract the people that do understand you. Do you understand that? So we're not
I
trying to figure out um the universe's job. We're not trying to figure out how to fit every piece of the puzzle together. We are sitting in that energy of all is well, and we are going to vibrationally spend our currency on the deliciousness of the solutions and put everybody else's stuff down, whether it's down on a chair next to you. It's not our job. That's not our job to get them to like you. The ones that love you will step forward. When our job is to stay in love with the projects, and in a general way, everyone that might be working on the project, you're basking in appreciation of your inner being, your inner light, connecting to their inner light. And if not them, someone better. Does that make sense?
absolutely.
Okay.
So I could say to I will say to myself, um,
Yes.
I will connect with my God source.
Yes.
I will bask in my inner light. I will
Yes.
celebrate those who truly value what I'm doing. I will
Yes.
celebrate myself. I will.
Yes.
Why does one person's nasty opinion matter?
Yes. It doesn't. What matters is our love, our appreciation, our light, our focus. But it's not our focus on fixing. It's our focus on aligning and then receiving the inspired action. Did you hear that? So when we align, we receive the inspired action. When we align, we get the outcome we want. And we're standing in that place of confidence and sureness that all is well. And this is going to unfold just as it should. Now, it's not, people undervalue this exponentially. It's everything, though. It's everything. So what I'm let me slow down if you need me to slow down, or I'll speed up if you want me to just keep flowing. I don't
No,
want to go too fast.
no, it's wonderfully affirming, because in the midst of this getting dragged down in the negativity, really good things did happen. And now I just need to, is this how you would do it? Okay.
Yes.
I need to really value the fact that the other Christian school, they really want this work. I need to
Yes.
value the fact that the head person out in Rwanda, he found a compromise. He's willing to fund what the grant would have brought. I mean, these are incredible things. And
Yes.
then I focus on the one negative.
Yes.
and
That,
and a lot.
that's just the habit. So when you focus on the one negative, what can you physically do to reassure yourself in that moment, going, I'm doing it again? And as if you're even talking to yourself, as if the loving God is talking to us. Sweetheart, I'm here, or the Holy Spirit, or your inner being. I love you. Let it go. What's more important? What's more important is you staying true to your vision. And
Okay, so
you,
do I say that to myself? Okay,
yes,
okay.
I often
Maida,
do.
bask in your God source. What's more important is me staying true to my vision, is
Yes.
me focusing my energy on the individuals who it, it's
Who
wonderful who came,
who are going to share that vision with
who
you?
are sharing it.
Yes. And those yet to come as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the sad thing is that they're more important than the person whose negativity I'm
That's
being dragged
true.
into.
That's true, sweetheart. That's very true.
And I'm really, that's why in the middle of the night I said, well, at least I have a session with Kira.
Yes.
I'm being dragged into this negativity. So I turn it
So
around by saying,
good, good,
um,
good.
let me bask in my God source. Let me bask in my joy. Let me celebrate those who are willing to commit to the vision.
Yes, and
And
do
I'm very
that right now
fortunate
for
that,
2 minutes. And then I want to go back to the other part. Do that now for 2 minutes, please.
okay, I feel,
Those that are willing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
so blessed. I feel
Bless.
so grateful, so joyful,
Yes.
so willing, um, it's, just so buoyed up, just so
Yes.
supported. I feel that the individuals who really appreciate it are are significant players, and
Yes.
it's it's the fact that they see. I shouldn't need them. I shouldn't need to be saying that
Yes.
I need others to see the vision,
Yes.
but sometimes God source, it's important to have the others feel the joy and the God source too.
Feel your joy.
Yeah.
Feel your joy and your connection to your vision. And the ones that will see the vision are going to be the right ones
And
and
they
not the
are,
ones that our head puts in the spot, right? Yes. Yeah, your joy. So when you're connected to your outcome, I don't care if you're building a big, huge multi-million-dollar corporation or you're doing a little a school in Africa that'll affect all of the community. It doesn't matter how big the scope is. When you stay connected and we go, thank you. And no, I'm not going into that energy. That's just a reflection of where what they're doing energetically in their body. It has nothing to do with me.
okay.
But when I replay it in my head, they're not doing anything to me.
Mhm.
I'm doing it to me. Did you hear that? I'm doing it because I keep replaying it. So then I have to reassure myself, going, they don't have any power over me. I'm just replaying that story. That's all. And I can put that story down and tell the story back on track of where my mission and vision is. Does that make sense? And I'm
Yes.
spending my energy, I'm spending my emotional energy, which is called vibrational currency in the law of attraction. That's one of the terms. There's many terms. I'm spending that on good things that are amplifying where I want to be rather than on the negative things of trying to get all of this stuff to get to work. You're not. So if this stuff isn't working, it's evidence that we have to create more momentum, more focus, more vision, inwardly aligning with the sureness of the outcome. So the most successful people in the world are not looking to others to buoy them up or for validation. The most,
And ordinarily, I don't really feel like I
that's
need that.
okay.
But in this instance, I've really got derailed. And,
That's okay. Yes.
it's a good learning situation for me
Yes.
to be going through this the way we are.
Yes. So when I
Okay,
get derailed, I can put what can you finish that sentence with? When I get derailed, it's
derailed.
normal.
I
Yeah.
can tune into my inner being, inner source, my inner light,
Yes.
and
Yes.
focus on what I know to be the importance of this mission and the fact that these significant individuals affirm the importance of it. Um,
Yes. Yes.
I want to be focusing on that and not on the negative.
Yes. Good.
So his name is Joffrey. And it
Yes.
so happened, Joffrey, the head of the very large and important school, called up
Hmm.
today and affirmed that we're going to be doing the project together. The other important individual put money in to replace the money that was lost in the grant. Oh, and I love this, the hearts. Um, the, the the person who called this morning, the Joffrey person, um, he really emanates good energy.
Yes, that's beautiful. So
He,
Joffrey, so as you bask in just the energy of just one person that's working out, Joffrey is holding that vision. He emanates the energy. He emanates the strength, the focus, the clarity, or the determination, the drive. He
and just
emanates,
love and love.
he good
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
You love him, right?
Uh, he,
On
he
a
he
on an
he
on an on
he
a yeah.
generates an atmosphere of love around him.
Good, good,
And
good.
can I tell you this? He was
Yes.
a Hutu who was involved in the genocide, but
Okay.
he went through the process of rehabilitation,
Wow.
and now
That's
he's
amazing.
an amazing leader. Good.
Wow.
So,
That's can I also say this? So what you just said on the law of attraction terms is he is one that experienced tremendous contrast and he learned and he expanded and he stood in that expansion for the point of growth and joy and freedom and love for all. So he
mhm,
wasn't standing in the lack, rehashing it. He was standing in that
in
solution and I'm going to be better than this. I'm going to rise above it. That's law of attraction. That's what I'm talking about right now. That's beautiful, honey. Not what happened, but the learning we get from what happens. Yeah.
and how he uses that
Yes.
emanation. He
Yes.
actually emanates. I feel it in him.
Yes.
Uh,
Good.
and
Yeah.
mostly, I mostly I believe we've never actually met in person, but
Yes.
mostly I believe that I emanate a light,
Yes.
a positive energy, a light. But
Good.
I found myself dragged down in this, and I can't. You always say, don't try and explain it. Just go and do what is the good thing to do, which is to bask in the light
Yes.
of just bask in the light of the divine, and
Yes.
my light will light others.
Okay.
My light is
Yes.
lighting others. I'm
Good.
blessed with having had a phone call this morning that
Wait,
affirms that.
you're going very fast, but I just wanted to go back to 2 points and then we'll go to the phone call, okay?
Okay.
So you said, first of all, you said he emanates this loving energy. Even though I didn't meet him, I want to honor that because what you're really saying is that I felt. I used my intuition and I felt the good from him. I felt that this is easy. I felt the loving, pure connection from this man that was authentic, not fake, not forced. It was authentic. So I'm going to honor what feels easy for me. That's something you need to do. And it brings me to the second point. Then we'll go to your phone call. The second point, sweetheart, is that our number one job in the law of attraction, our number one job is to be so easy on ourselves, even when we're having a contrasting moment. So when we're hard on ourselves, we're creating bumpy, hard outcomes, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, when we're kinder to ourselves, we're kinder, we're we're sitting more in clarity rather than clutter of the mind, right? When we're kinder to ourselves, we're putting down some of that tension. So when you said, um, I know I need to let this go, or sometimes I get dragged into things. I want you to go, yeah, everybody gets dragged into things. Everybody gets thrown off course. Can I can pivot and bring myself right back into that loving place and stand in my mission and light in a softer, easier way. And if you heard that, if you want to comment on it, I'll pause. Yeah.
No, I would just say, thinking to myself, I would play that back on the recording.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
can
because
stand in my light.
yeah, sweetheart.
I can.
That's really important, especially when you feel dragged down,
Mm.
as you just said. That's why I wanted to not jump over it too fast. Um, that's a time where you go, so I got dragged down. There's a lesson here. And the lesson is I can put down someone else's stuff that's irrelevant, and I need to go back to my mission, my good feelings around this project, my good feelings around myself and what I believe in myself. And and then I was using this before. So when you go into their space, you're going into this empty feeling energy and nothing really um happens. That's wonderful. Rather than when you're standing in your own light, you're now able to go over into all the endless possibilities and the clarity that comes forth from within you, even in the contrasting moment. I don't want us to never have contrasting moments because they're going to happen all the time.
Okay. Good.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
pausing it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So, Maida, you're talking to yourself. So, okay. So I have a moment. I've been having a moment where I've allowed myself to go off course, but I can turn myself around. I
Yes.
can pivot. I can draw in the light of the divine. I can bask in it. I can focus on those that really see the potential and the value. And I was going to go into the next sentence, and I don't need to be bothered by those who are being nasty. I,
Yeah.
I don't need to say that because I want to get
Right.
away from being bothered
Right.
by
You
those
want to
who
get
are
away from
nasty.
explaining the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You can, it's not about, remember, this is not about pretending or let's bury our head in the sand when there's a problem and just pretend everything is perfect. It's not about that. It's about, I'm going to see that there's a problem. There's a solution that was born from that problem. That is so beautiful. So when that's an example right now that I can put down someone else's story, or that's an example of me, I need to tune in and stand closer to my vision. So it's not about burying our heads. It's about basking in the clarity that that just brought us. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna,
I'm trying to put words on it.
okay,
So I want to just here I am talking to myself. Okay.
it's okay.
I want to focus on Jeffrey's call. I want to
Yeah.
focus on David's support.
Yes, keep
These people
going.
are showing me that they
Good,
really value and appreciate and put their good faith and
good,
finances behind this. Uh,
good,
I will I will continue to emanate passion, love, joy, um, um, uh, you know, potential. I will continue to emanate the potential that this project brings. And I will focus on those. It's very important that I say to myself that I focus on those who see it. I will focus on those who see the promise. I will,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I think you would say that I don't say I'll not focus on those negatives. I want to get away from focusing, even allowing those thoughts in, um, because it's used up a lot of emotional energy today that it should have gone on
Yes.
things like buying a ticket. But you can't really. I wasn't focusing properly. I wasn't making.
That's okay. That's okay. So
Okay,
let's go
so
back to
so I'll
you
go back
said
and
I'm going to
say,
bask on Joffrey.
yeah, I'm going to be the reason for buying a ticket is that I have the
Hmm.
proof, I have the affirmation that this work is valued, desired,
Good.
will change children's lives. But I will focus on, you know, the really wonderful concrete support that these key individuals are giving. That's what's important. Source, thank you for bringing those individuals into my
Yes.
realm so that I can bask in their affirmation.
Yes.
Is that close?
That's 100% right. And I was feeling you every step along the way. You see, I'm going to repeat back what you said. You said, I want the time to redirect my energy to buy this ticket. And the reason why I want to buy this ticket is because I I want to focus on that you said the concrete support
Yeah,
of those key individuals that are going to make it happen. I'm adding some of my own words, but this is what you meant, that are on my side, that are valuing and appreciating this good work and their good faith in me. I love having those people in my life. I'm so appreciative. I am so grateful for these beautiful souls that have come along to take my mission and to make it into something more.
beautiful, beautiful.
Yes,
I am
and
so grateful for these individuals who've come along, who have joined my spirit and will allow me to make so much of this project.
yes,
These wonderful key individuals.
yes,
The Joffrey guy is really emanates joy. The Quaker guy, whose name is David, I mean, he doesn't really emanate joy, but
yeah.
he put his money behind it, you know?
Yes,
Oh,
he's got the faith and the
yeah.
finances and
So I need to say, well, David, he just said, well, I don't like what happened either, but we will find a way to go forward, and I know where I can
yes,
find the money to a good portion of the money. I mean,
yes,
when I have this source, when I have this affirmation, I need
yes,
to bask in that. I need to thank you, source,
yes,
that I have this degree of support, affirmation, love, people who give me,
yes,
put their faith in me.
yes.
Um,
Has his faith in you fully and trust. Yeah, that
their
one
faith and trust
person.
and financial
Yes,
backing in me and
yeah,
what I do. Uh,
yes,
Source, I want to keep focusing on this positive.
yes.
Source, don't let me go into the negative.
So I want you to, yeah, that's beautiful.
Can I say that?
Ask.
So, well,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
saying
Help me
negative.
pivot. Help me pivot. Help me put it down.
Help me pivot. I love that. Source,
Mm-hmm.
help me pivot. Help me to really, really, and I love the word bask,
Notice. Yeah.
bask in
Help
the
me
light.
notice what
Yeah,
is working.
yeah.
Yes. And I want to make one other note here because law of attraction is all about the energy that we're doing. And whenever I get revved up, really revved up, maybe sometimes that's a sign. If I feel any revved up or any tension in my body, that I need to sit down bask and go a little bit slower. That's a quote in the law of attraction. Whenever you feel like rushing, sit down and go slower. And it doesn't mean that everything is going slow. It just means that's a key to inward align instead of that frantic rushing energy, even in our rampage energy. I want to just savor the moment more. Okay, does that make sense? Right?
Yeah, the people I'm surrounded by good people here in Brattleboro. It's wonderful where I've ended up. And
Mm.
one individual in particular says that I never quite know what they mean when they say slow down.
Yes,
So let's just evaluate that.
thank you.
Let's pull it apart or
Thank you. I
put
admire your
concreteness on it.
growth and I admire your desire to always be your best. And that's something I've noticed because we've worked quite a while. I mean, when you came into my life, it's been over, I guess, 2 years. So I want to honor that space. And I'm going to say we all can have a habit of that, especially ones that are passionate and determined. But I notice whenever I rush, this is what they're saying in the law of attraction. Whenever I rush, I get things done more haphazardly. Even if it can feel like my foot is on the accelerator and the brake at the same time when I'm rushing, because the tension is the brake. So if you're feeling any sort of tension in the body, it means, oh, I need to prepare this space. I need to go in there and bask in that light of that solution that is so beautiful, that is being held by God's source energy. I need to bask in my vision and that outcome of my vision that'll feel more delicious. There's no rush here. The answer's already figured out on this beautiful broad level. What if God's source, the universe, has put it all together and has figured out this amazing solution? And it's not my job. My job is, what is the most important job in law of attraction? Feeling good. Feeling good. So we don't get to many places when we're in a very disconnected state or a tensed up state. What about the ease of that outcome? Go back into the ease of it a little bit, because you can have a fantastic conversation with, was it Dave, the Quaker,
Yeah.
the head of the Quaker, whomever you're dealing with, or Joffrey that is on location over there and is holding that vision, or any of the other helpers you're going to have along the way. Feel your amazing ease of the solution unfolding. So that's the slowing down a little bit, because it's healthier to us. Because when you feel aligned with source, if you don't mind me going off track, and
No, please, I need
we're not
to get
really
concrete. Yeah.
good, it'll feel like it'll feel like there's a quiet stillness, but you're in that clarity is what that quiet stillness speaks. It'll feel like when you wake up and you have this peace, or knowing that today is going to be a really good day and there's so many, and you feel calm and relaxed about the outcomes rather than tense and stressed. It'll feel like, oh, you're not alone in this. You're one with all there is. You're in the oneness of the collaboration of all of those that are going to be sharing this beautiful vision. And the universe has this beautiful harmony. And to be in that harmony, it's almost like a song or a dance, a melody. And that song can be you sitting even in a moments of silence. And I can call it, so many people have called it so many different things. Uh, Dr. Wayne Dyer has called it a gap. So between where you are and one place. So even if you're going to say one word and into the next word, there's a space in between. And if you sit in that space in between and you feel that harmony or that deliciousness, You're taking in the goodness of the outcome, as if the universe, you're in harmony with that orchestra that the universe is playing. And we couldn't hear it before when we're rushing, but the universe is beginning to, when we are there in that space, not trying to force it to happen, we will feel that this, what it is pure appreciation or gratitude flowing into every cell of our body. And you start to feel lighter in your body. You start to feel lighter.
So
And
I have to visualize that because even when you were talking, I was somehow allowing the negative
yes,
feedback to surface, or that it's not
okay,
necessarily
okay,
the negative gossiping.
okay.
I was allowing that to come back in, even
So,
when you were talking. So
okay.
I need to
So,
visualize bliss.
so why don't we try this, if you will, and I'll pause the recording for a minute. But I'd like to do a meditation because words don't teach. It's your inner alignment that works. So, okay, so I'm just gonna, in the meditation, I'll ask you, as I start to flow, I'm gonna ask you to add a few sentences that are light and easy, and you keep your eyes closed, okay? You keep your eyes closed, yeah. And we don't, it's just you and I, that's all. So take a few deep breaths, and I want you to imagine with me. I want you to picture yourself in the most amazing spot, and I want you to tell me what a spot that you can picture yourself in outside in nature that is just beautiful and it speaks to you wholly.
Well, I'm blessed because I look out onto the Connecticut River, that
Yes.
wonderful, powerful source
Okay.
where the raindrops fall down
Okay.
and they go into this powerful river, and the river takes them into the sea, and they evaporate and come back over again.
Yes. Okay.
So I see the power, the bountiful power of nature when I look out at the Connecticut River out my window.
Beautiful, sweetheart. Beautiful. Okay. So take a few deep breaths, sweetheart. Back to your breathing. Slow and easy with your breath. There's nothing that you need to do in this moment. Just nothing you need to do. I want you to imagine just a glorious day. And you're standing or sitting outside and you hear the roaring river. And it's so beautiful. And there's raindrops, gentle raindrops falling that are feeding into the river. And it's as if each drop is a beautiful intention in life, your intention in life that's just flowing in the river and being carried by source. I want you to imagine with me that maybe you've just had a beautiful phone call and you're still outside of that river, but you just had a beautiful phone call and everything is working just perfectly. Or a lovely email. It could have been from Joffrey or David or any one of your staff. And it warmed your heart. And you're standing in front of this river. And doesn't it feel so good for them to feel that value and that appreciation of your vision that you've been creating the past few years? Oh, it's so lovely. And their good faith, as you've put it. Source brought them to you. Source brought them to you in the most beautiful way. And they're bringing financial blessings that are going to ripple out and affect these children in Rwanda at that school. Your job's not to make anything happen here. But I want you to feel that the river is flowing. You're feeling a satisfaction of these beautiful souls that are in your life. You're feeling a delicious satisfaction of that river, the beautiful roaring river, and the birds that are singing. And they're coming just for you. And the fish that are just in that river that are doing amazing things, and the animals that are nearby.
And the brave little ducks.
And the ducks that are just
That,
quacking along and on your shore.
yeah, and they brave the currents and they have the strength to go across the river
Wow.
against the currents.
Yes. Yes.
I always admire them when I look out.
Yes. Those beautiful ducks that are
And they're
going
just
against the current.
little tiny ducks, and this is a huge, powerful river,
Yes.
and their spirit and their dynamism takes them across to the other side.
Yes.
I always feel like going down and asking them, well, why, little duck, did you have to go from one side to the other? Wasn't it perfectly good where you were?
Yes.
But anyway, no, it's just lovely.
I love that. The strength of the ducks, the confidence of the ducks. Feel that they're also present as you're comparing the ducks to all the people that are going to be connecting to your vision without trying to control any condition. Your job's not to try to tell the ducks how to cross the river.
No, it's not. Yeah.
They intuitively know. Your job is just to line up with your vision and bask in that beautiful, the people that are confident and sure, the people that are connecting, that are focused, and they're supporting you. And that's the key. How delicious does it feel that Source is bringing you these confident, sure people that are supporting you in your vision, and it's so effortless and easy for them, just like the ducks crossing the river, sweetheart. Feel that. Just like the ducks crossing the river. It feels so good when source energy brings you someone new that is in alignment and taking the action, and you're holding the vision. You're the idea person. You're the orchestrator, but you're not controlling it. You're releasing it, and source is doing the rest of the work.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right.
I'm not, uh,
You're not orchestrating it
I'm
as
just
if,
releasing the energy, and so that source can do its work.
What if source is the conductor and you've written the music? You've already written the music, and source is going to conduct it, and it'll be a beautiful symphony outcome, with the orchestra. And source is going to be the conductor, not you. You are standing back, overseeing, as if you have these amazing, helpful people that will do the conducting for you. It's not your job. It's not your job to tell you, the violin section, need to play it an octave higher and pause here. Not your job. It's source. Your alignment is going to produce a beautiful outcome. So pausing and resting as well. not being so revved up. Feel that. It's like standing outside on the river, but yet the current is so strong. And there are those that can cross the river with ease, whether it's humans in a boat or ducks that are going against the current. Not your job. You're feeling the appreciation, the faith, the knowing, and the outcome. And you're basking in that appreciation that all is well. That all is so very well in life, in that river, in your mission. And if you see one dog that doesn't want to cross the river, so what? There's going to be more ducks, right?
Yeah.
So what? It doesn't matter. There'll be another duck, or the rest will do it just fine. So if one doesn't stand in your vision, if one reviewer doesn't stand there, it doesn't matter. You don't have to put your energy there if one duck is still deciding to stand on one bank and refuses to cross.
Yeah.
No big deal.
That's so very important that I get to say that over.
Good.
I
Good.
probably don't need to say it doesn't matter that one duck doesn't see
Yes.
my vision. It's probably more important that I say um, David and Joffrey are the ducks that have the courage to swim against the current, because we are trying
Yes.
to change educational practices.
Yes. Good.
We are trying to
Good.
change the way education is delivered.
Good.
I need to have either words to say to myself or
Yes, honey.
images to focus on. I can't just sit and
I
relax.
don't want you to just sit. So law of attraction.
Relax. You know,
So-
that doesn't
Good.
easily work for me. I have I have to. Okay. This is a
But the
divergent.
inner work is very important. So instead of just sitting, and if you say, I'm sitting doing nothing, no, this is inner work. And it takes a lot to do the inner work. It takes a lot of focus to do the inner work. It takes a lot of focus to go, I'm not going to focus on the positive. I'm not going to focus on the negative. I'm going to focus on the positive. That's work. That's the vibrational work. So no one's saying sit back, do nothing. So when they say, sometimes when you feel like rushing, sit down and go slower, they're not saying do nothing. That's not what this is about. But how can you do it with more lightness in your body, without the tension, without the frenzied energy? So what are words that match that for this outcome? Do you hear me?
Keep going, please.
Yeah. So I don't want, when something comes up, I don't want to just sit there. I want to do something, Kira. And so what I'm saying is, what are words that feel like relief in your body that you can say, that are doing something that you can say that will bring you back into alignment? Start general and don't try to be perfect right now. Start general.
What are words that can bring me back into alignment?
That person didn't believe in your idea. Whoop, go right back in now. It's
Um,
go.
um,
It's irrelevant on the big scale.
Yeah.
This vision is so powerful.
Okay, thank you for the prompt. Yes,
Yes, the prompt.
my vision sustains me. My vision is genuine.
Yes.
I know I can see what my vision does for children.
Yes.
I can appreciate that others see what my vision does for children.
Yes.
And here I wanted to go into, I can ignore those that
Yes.
are petty and mean. I don't want to
Yes.
say that. I want to say,
You can say it if it feels like relief. How about that? If it feels like relief in your body, the heck with them. They're irrelevant. And if it feels like relief when you say it, say it. If it feels like tension, don't say it. That's a key for thing.
yeah, I need
Test your
to,
body.
yeah. Somehow I do need to say, fiddle-dee-dee,
Mm-hmm.
go,
Mm-hmm.
go away. You're
Mm-hmm.
not going to get into my life space. Okay, I don't need you in my life space.
Good.
You're creating,
What I need instead
you're
is
getting
these
in the way,
beautiful, yes.
you're getting in the way of what I want um, to bring, how I want to use my years, the years I've left. Um, I want to concentrate on appreciating and thanking,
Yes. Good job. Good job.
uh,
Good
feeling
job, Rue.
just enjoying.
Yes.
Um,
Enjoying,
when others
appreciating.
when appreciating when others appreciate, really appreciate. And I have to really focus on that. These
Yes.
people are key. These are the doers
Yes.
that are
Yes.
I'm very blessed, Kira,
Yes.
that
I'm
these
so
doers
blessed.
um oh, I feel so blessed
Yes.
that individuals from who have experienced such awful conflict have
Yes.
transformed themselves
Yeah.
and bring me into their transformation so that I
Yes.
can help them and they can help me be part
Yes.
of remaking a society.
Good.
Um, while of
Good.
course that might seem grandiose, on the other hand, every child who can think for themselves, who can experience um, the joy of focusing on solutions rather than on
Yes.
anger, or
Yes.
can find way, every child that can find a way to deal with anger properly or more effectively.
So
All of these energies
good,
make
good.
in the
I'm
world.
interjecting just for 1 second here, and you continue, but always keep this in your mind. We're taking the emotional journey first. You're choosing, the words don't matter. It's the words that feel good for you when you say them. So keep going. And it feels like relief. It feels satisfying. It feels empowering. It feels uplifting when you say them. Keep going. That's the emotional journey first, honey. Beautiful. You're doing good. But remember, it's how you feel in your body. The
Okay.
doers, you're so blessed.
Yeah, I am so blessed.
Good.
I want to, um, and Kira, images really help me, like the fact of the ducks.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I have to pair the word and an image. I've come to that realization in terms of
Yes.
meditation.
Good.
I have to pair a word and an image.
Yes. And a feeling behind the word and the image, because if the
Okay.
good feeling is not attached to the word and the image, it's irrelevant. That's when your brain goes off course. So a good feeling, if you see yourself shaking hands in person and wow, what a great team you have, and or on the phone you see yourself putting down the phone and you see the ducks outside and the sun is shining and you had the best news ever and the light is streaming in and it's symbolic of wow, I can feel this good. I can feel this good as I'm looking at these beautiful things, as I'm hearing these things, and I'm seeing these things, even in my mind, because Source is with me all the time. All the time.
Kira, do you have um, recommendations for meditative visualizations that you would recommend to me?
Um, I I can. I will send you some of my group ones. I'll send you some of my group ones. I create some in the group, like just last week. And someone said last week, I'm going to send that to you for free. Someone said last week when they came to my group workshop, they said, I have tried so many meditations, but when you do it, it was the first time I opened up. And I said, that's because I'm not just saying words or telling you images. I'm putting myself there and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling every delicious thing I'm saying. And therefore, you're feeling it. And I'm feeling you as well. So I want to send you a couple, one, two, or three. How about that?
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Okay.
And to some degree, I'm on the same wavelength as that person. Um, just
Yeah.
choosing going on Insight Timer and choosing a visualization, it
Yes.
hasn't essentially worked for me
Right.
to
If
do
you're
that.
hearing
Yeah,
it, yeah, if you're hearing it, you have to feel your way there.
yeah.
It's
And
a feeling. Yes.
this other person and me, we can feel you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think
Yes.
we've
So,
gone through a lot of things, but I think we've come up with an absolute specific
yes.
that I will meditate along with you.
Good. Good. And I want you, I'll send you a couple because I have them and you've been with me for so long
And and I'm
yeah.
growing. I mean, I hope you do see that I
Yes.
am growing.
You are. You are. I just want you to remember to slow it down like a car. I want you to picture the image of a car that's idling in front of the beautiful river, and the car is just beautiful,
Yeah,
right? And you
I
know
don't
that
know
car
why
has the potential to go.
I've got this negative reaction when people say, "Oh, take it easy, slow down," and
No,
they
no,
all just
no.
feel like words.
Remember, you have the potential to go in that car. There's a path you can drive to, and maybe there's a bridge that you can even a driving path that you can cross on that car. But you're not driving the car with your foot on the brake and the gas at the same time, because that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what creates the tension inside the body, right? So you can see the most beautiful car. I don't care what car you want to picture, and see that as if you're you are driving in, but you're not going to just get in the car and drive. You're going to put yourself somewhere amazing first. See that wonderful outcome. Feel how good it feels in your body. Imagine the nature that you love all around you. Like you said, you came from Ireland and the mountains and the majestic mountains. You can imagine yourself putting yourself in a car in front of those majestic mountains as if you get to drive through the mountains or around the mountains and you feel joy as you're driving. So you feel like you're doing it. You feel like you're moving, but you're not forcing it. You're not trying to move the mountain. You're not trying to make it happen. And that's exactly like being in a car, sitting in front of a wall with our foot on the brake and on the gas, and we're just revving the engine. That's what we do inside our body when we're trying to make something happen when you're not in alignment. We're just revving an engine. We're not going anywhere. And it feels bumpy, or we could have detoured down the worst path imaginable instead of having a pleasant journey in your vehicle, as if everything is in synchronicity and it's all working out as you're driving along. So you can imagine yourself in a car that is so beautiful to you. I love vintage cars. I don't know if people love modern cars, but I love both, and I want to imagine that the AC, the heat, everything works. It's plush, it's wonderful. And I'm driving along and I'm seeing it unfold, maybe out the window of my car. I'm just seeing it unfold. And I want you to feel like you're always doing something when you're in that vibrational space and aligning with source and having that gratitude, it's going to work out just perfectly. Those things don't matter. That person doesn't matter. That none of it matters except holding on to the vision. It's like holding on to the destination you want to go in the car and seeing the perfect unfolding of, oh, it's going to just be such a wonderful journey. It's going to be such
Okay,
an
so
amazing journey.
yeah, you're getting it for me.
Yeah.
Okay. When people say just slow down, I just don't know what they're meaning. It does,
Yes. Yes.
but when I when we say, okay, let's focus on the journey.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and the journey is to this beautiful space. The journey
Yes.
is to freedom, is to passion, it's to love or whatever.
Yes.
You see, I have to do something to,
Yes.
to get in the
Good.
space. I can't
Good.
I can't just say space come to me.
No.
I can't
No.
just
You
say
have to picture it
I have to picture it
and feel it.
and say it and feel it. And what we're putting together today is
Yes.
the feeling behind
Yes.
the vision and the word.
Yes. Good.
Okay. So
Perfect.
that's
Perfect.
that's a gigantic
Yeah.
leap.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. And I want you to listen back to the
Oh, I
recording.
will, yes. If you can send it to me sooner rather, I mean, you're very good about this. If
Yes,
you can send
I
it to
will.
me sooner, I will
I
play it
will.
throughout
I will.
the day and the evening.
I
So
will.
happy with that. I love,
Okay. All right.
Kira, I love the feeling of helping.
Okay. So if
Uh,
you
yeah,
do
but
not mind it helping someone
yeah,
else,
we
yes.
have to work on my boundaries, but what we did today
Yes.
is much more important than boundaries. I
Yes.
mean,
Okay.
we can
Okay.
get to boundaries. Now, I'm going to just try a thought on you, and you may,
Okay.
just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Um, I know that my survival has been dependent on suppressing emotions.
Yes. And that we need to do the opposite. We need you to bask in the better, relieving feeling emotions.
Yeah,
Yes.
I need more practice on that.
Yes. We need to relish in uh, our emotions matter. And it's not, when I say emotions, I don't mean all the negative emotions. I mean, all the emotions matter, how you feel, how you want to feel, the success, celebrating it. The even when you feel sad, there's such a beautiful nugget of gold right there that just told you, ah, I can pivot this way. And so when you try to suppress an emotion, I want you to go, something is very important to me here. I'm in the car right now and I'm trying to suppress an emotion. That means I've got my foot on the brake and the accelerator and it's churning me up inside. And so, how would it feel? Can you imagine a safe space of you saying what you want? Not the harsh truth, but saying it in such a way that source can say it for you. And your emotions are still true to yourself.
Okay, hold on to that.
Okay.
Saying it in a way that source can say it for me.
Yes, your inner being, as if your inner being or is communicating to their inner being, your inner light to their inner light. And so you're not trying to just say things and it shakes people up. I want you to pay attention to how it feels. How would source say it to them? That's fantastic. Maybe, maybe I don't need you at this time. Or, this is what I really need, and it feels so good. Are you able to do that? And I want you to feel safe saying your emotion as if Source is always going to say it in a loving way, but not in a bend over backwards way where we're allowing someone else's stuff to lead us. It's always going to be loving and clear. Always loving and clear. We can't do all of it because we went over time, but
Yeah,
but
I
yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I will play the recordings and you
Good,
send me
honey.
the visualizations, and
Good.
you have this wonderful new website that, I can just click and so on.
Yes.
I may not be
Yes.
able to do it until I get my computer up. I'm not so good with the phone, but I can take care of that.
Okay.
Um, Even though we're over time, let me just say this one thing to you.
Yes,
Um,
sweetheart.
um, there are people who go through this rebirth process.
Yeah.
Um, because I feel that my survival has depended on repression of emotions, I will live. I will survive.
You will thrive.
I will.
No more surviving. You'll thrive with ease. You'll thrive with ease. Let's rewrite some of those stories.
Let's rewrite those stories. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We finish on that. We will
Good.
rewrite the stories.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Honor.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you can start a positive journal where you're journaling these good feelings or these relieving feelings or what you would think source would stay in your journal about any of the outcomes, but without trying to fix, control, micromanage a condition. You get
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
I've survived because I've done that, but it's not functional anymore.
Okay. Yeah,
And
non-functional. Let's try a new way.
yeah, and Tiffany we have
Yes.
to thank. Okay. Um,
Yes.
when I look at my
Yes.
calendar, I will request another meeting before we leave
Of
so that you
course,
can
sweetheart.
sustain
Of
me.
course. I
Okay.
love working with you. I
Oh,
love it so much. Mwah.
yeah. So yes,
So
yes.
delightful.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. Beautiful and happy New Year, sweetheart.
And happy New Year to you.
Happy 2005. Yeah. Beautiful. Mwah. Okay, honey. Bye-bye.